Alright fellas, today we got a big game for you guys for the UPA. We have gotten through the entire regular season up until this point, and now today is going to be the quarterfinals. This is going to be a very exciting battle for you guys today to see. But before I get into any portion of the video, if you guys are enjoying the Draft League content, if you would leave a like, that would be pretty awesome. And if you've been enjoying all the Draft League content, subscribing would also be pretty cool of you as well. But anyway, this is the quarterfinals of the UPA. Very exciting stuff. We did finish first in the regular season. It was a great season. I'm going to break it all down when either my season ends or, whatever, which, could happen today. But today we are facing off against the co-owner of the league, JB Westside. And if you had noticed, this is a rematch from last week. That is because we did end up losing next week, spoilers, and that's how the seeding ended up working. The other matchups include Shadow Stitch versus Seth, Shay versus Q, and Gray versus JV. So I hope you guys go check out their content as well. We got a lot of good playoff battles this week, and then, the final matchup is us versus JB. But it is playoffs. This is no messing around anymore. We have to, we're going to full on sweat mode. And we're going to try and win this championship just because of how good of a season we've had. I want to continue that into the playoffs. But looking at our matchup against JB this week, by the way, go make sure to check him out. His link will be prioritized in the description below. His content is awesome. Our matchup is very good. We do have a good feeling of how he wants to battle. A little bit of a problem. He knows kind of the way I want to battle too. That's just, the nature of rematches and, leagues. But that's all good with me. I can show you guys the team now. I did not have a team builder last week just because of this situation, but this week I will because this is the last time I will face him in this season. So looking at his team for this week, it consists of Gmax Blastoise, Aegislash, Tapu Koko, Buzzwole, Landorus, Incineroar, Roserade, Arctozolt, Aurorus, Buffalant, and Cramorant. Now looking at his team here, it's a pretty threatening team. Though, again, I said our matchup isn't that bad, mainly because there isn't a big threat against his... Sorry, that's my alarm going off. I apologize. One thing that is threatening is the Gmax Blastoise. A, because it can Gmax, and B, because my main answer is Rotom Wash, right? And I really planned on using Rotom Wash early in this game, so if it goes down, then while I still have good answers to Blastoise, my best one goes down. So I do have to watch out for that a little bit. Spike Stack is, again, annoying. You guys saw last week, spikes were really annoying. Roserade itself isn't that big of a threat. In fact, I have good ways to take advantage of it. But, spikes could still be a thing. Finally, Lando, same reason as Blastoise. Rotom is my main switch-in, and if it goes down early, like I kind of plan it to, it could be a threat late game. But otherwise, there's no immediate threat. Obviously, if Tapu Koko gets a few Calm Minds up, it can be scary. Aegislash, if it sets up, can be, but initially nothing else is crazy threatening against me on this team. I will be telling you guys my game plan this week. It is to be using Rotom Wash and Gmax Charizard early to try and pivot and break down his team at least semi well early, and then use Stonjourner or Krookodile endgame depending on what's around, and then keeping Ferrothorn's health. Because last week I didn't really prioritize Ferrothorn's health, and I really feel like it cost me in that game. But we'll see. It just depends on what my opponent brings. I have a feeling I know what they're bringing, something similar to last week, but I don't think it's going to be the same 6. And yeah, that's just going to wrap it up for this portion of the team builder. What I am bringing to our quarterfinals game, as I kind of mentioned earlier, is the Gmax Charizard, the Rotom Wash, Ferrothorn, Krookodile, the Stonjourner, and the Sigilyph. So now we can get into my team for this week. First up is Charizard, as I had mentioned. Charizard is running a Flamethrower, Hurricane, Scorching Sands, and Tailwind with the Life Orb, 188 special attack, 180 speed with a Timid Nature, and 124 in HP. This set, again, I want to use it semi-early in the game. It really just depends on what's going on. But ground flying coverage is just stupid good against my opponent. And just having a fire coverage move is just even better. Because the max moves are insane. Max Quake with a Spit Def Boost, Airstream for the speed. That's Charizard doing Charizard things. My opponent only has 2 rockers, being Lando and Aurorus. and I don't think he's even going to prioritize rocks, thus I have a Life Orb this week just to do the extra damage that is going to be very helpful in this game. And if he even brings like the Auroras, then he might bring Hail, and Hail isn't that big of a threat against my team, so I'm cool with that if he goes that route. With this investment, I live a Stone Edge from a non-boosting item Lando when I'm in Dynamax form. I thought that could be helpful just in case I'm max Airstream and he's Scarf like max speed, so he still outspeeds me. That's why I did this. And then I just throw in Tailwind just as a speed control option. I feel like if I have good speed control in this game, I can win pretty easy. And yeah, that's all I have for the Charizard. Use it semi-early, get some big damage off, maybe force a Dynamax, and we'll be good. Second Pokemon is our Rotom Wash, the bread and butter of our team. This is max HP, a lot of speed, and a little bit of Spatak, 52 Spatak, holding the leftovers. Moves being Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split. Just a standard pivot Rotom. There's nothing crazy special about this, except that I do want to use it pretty early, just to kind of pivot around my opponent's team and maybe get Charizard in to do damage really early. This is mainly here for the G-Max Blastoise to stall out turns, the Landorus if it wants to come, and Incineroar. I do know that my opponent has ran Gravity, Earth Power before on Lando, so I do have to watch out for that set. But if he brings that set, that means he's not choiced or any boosting items, so I think I'll be okay. I just have to be a little bit careful. But it's here to give me early momentum in this game, and that's, you know, Rotom Wash doing Rotom Wash things. Third up is going to be our second piece of our defensive core. It is Ferrothorn. This is max HP, 116 defense, and 140 Spadef with the Sassy nature, holding the leftovers as well. Moves being a Stealth Rock, Leech Seed, Power Whip, and Gyro Ball. Yes, another standard set, whoa, but Ferrothorn and Rotom Wash is just stupid together. It's a glue piece for our team. I'm only going to be prioritizing rocks if my opponent decides to bring spikes and starts trying to stack them again. The same thing as last week. If they have spikes on the field and I have rocks up, it's not the crazy biggest deal in the world. Spikes are annoying, but at least there's some trade-off to it, right? This is mainly here for the Roserade, the Tapu Koko, and the Hail Core if it decides to come. And unlike last time, I do want to be using this thing late game because I did mention earlier when I was going over JB's team, I felt like I didn't really preserve its health too well. So this time I'm going to try and do that a little bit better just in case he wants to bring Calm Mind Tapu Koko again, which I thought was a weird bring, but again, it basically worked against my team. I just got a crit and got a little bit lucky last week. And yeah, that's going to be our Ferrothorn. It's going to be very important end game for our, if we go more defensive route. And that's all I have to talk about this Mon. Fourth up is going to be Crocodile. We're bringing the first four on our team. That's saying a lot. This is going to be a pretty nice set here. This can clean late game depending. This is max attack, almost max speed, enough to outspeed a Roserade. Holding the Roselli Berry with the Intimidate ability. Moves being a Bulk Up, Earthquake, Knockoff, and Aerial Ace. At +1, I can guarantee 2 Koa Buzzwole, I think, every time. I think if it's max and it Drain Punches, it can get enough health back to get live another Aerial Ace, but that's just maybe. I can Oko Roserade at +1 because at neutral there's a chance it lives, especially if it has some type of bulk to it. So a little bit chip would always be nice. Again, this can clean up just depending because of I have certain things and who I can set up on. Because I am Intimidate, it does gives me more options to set up on things like the Boufflant, which I could see coming because of the G-Mag Zard, the Incineroar, and the Aegislash that Crook can also set up on. And I felt like if with some of the speed control options like Koko and Lando mainly running around, I feel like Moxie wasn't going to be the most useful here. Speaking of Koko, I have Roselli Berry for it, just in case I'm still at a decent amount of health. I can live a hit and then, Earthquake it, and then I'll be dead. So that's going to be a Crook set. Stone Joiner is coming to another game. It's coming to our playoff game. I can't believe it. It's our 5th member of the team. Max attack, absolute max speed with Jolly Nature with the Choice Scarf. Moves being a Stone Edge, Heat Crash, Earthquake, and Rock Polish. This outspeeds Tapu Koko by 1 point. And that's why I have to have max speed into it. This is Rock Spam is just insane against my opponent. He's got 1 resist and it's Aegislash. Aegislash dies to Heat Crash or Earthquake if it's in Blade form. I'm always faster than it, so revenging it shouldn't be too hard. But otherwise, this can clean up late game with Choice Scarf Stone Edges. Granted, last week I did miss 2 in a row, so not the ideal route, but it is in theory the best route we could go, just because Stone Edge is really good. Finally, one other note for this, I have Rock Polish. This is because I can switch into Incineroar maybe late game, and he can just knock off my Scarf and be like, tee-hee, I outspeed you with Coco now, and then I click Rock Polish and bam, I'm back to being faster. So that could be an option late game if I need to switch into a knockoff by any chance, or need to take a knockoff. I won't be too scared of it. That is Stone Joiner. This is our main win con late game, but we'll see what happens. And then finally we have Sigilyph. This is sort of just a throw-on set, but it is a really funny set. I did say I was not messing around, but here we are with a Cosmic Power, Stored Power, Ancient Power roost set with Weakness Fallacy. EVs all over the place, max HP, 180 speed, 60 defense, and 12 in Spadef for the Timid nature. I already said the moves. I spent a lot of time deciding if it was going to be this or a standard Comfey set. And granted, Comfey is a little bit more reliable in the fact that I know it will do something in the game. Sigilyph is a little bit shaky, but I feel like my opponent just has too many good ways I can kind of Cosmic Power up and bait the weakness policy. The good thing is I don't really need a crazy amount of boosts. I only need to get up to +2 to take any and every hit. Granted, I would need to have more boost if I want to be doing some damage if my policy doesn't proc, but I feel like I'm not going to have the hardest time doing that in this game. And I have Ancient Power to hit the Incineroar and break that down. Plus, I don't think that mod's going to be running Darkest Lariat in this game this week. So that is going to be our Sigilyph set. Again, a little bit gimmicky, but to throw on. We'll see if it does something. And yeah, that's going to be it for our team for the UPA quarterfinals game. I hope you guys are really hyped for this playoff game as much as I am. I don't have any extra notes for this battle, and I can just shut up now and you guys can watch the battle here. So thank you for watching this Team Builder, and I'll see you there. Alright, so here we are in the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. And there's no Incineroar and there's no Aegislash, which is absolutely amazing for me right off the bat. This is a very different team than what I was thinking. No Bouffalant. I was kind of thinking that would come. There is the Hail, though. The Hail Core is here. So I do have to watch out for that. Is that no Lando either? No Lando either? Wow, this is really different than what I was thinking. But that's okay. I am incredibly nervous right now, so if I don't talk as much, that's why. I'm very just... This game's got me all over the place. Let me think of leads, because I don't have a designated lead against this team that I'm going up against today. I really like Charizard and just the ability to click a button, but since Aurorus is here, I kind of don't want to do that. I like Rotom. And I like Sigilyph. Kind of like Crook too. I like a lot of things. I think Rotom is going to be the safest lead though. For me, I don't remember what I led last time, but I think that's just going to be the best case scenario here. I did want to use Rotom early, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And yeah, let's lock in. So again, good luck, have fun to my opponent. Let me cross out some notes because I didn't do that at all. I was just kind of talking while I was thinking about what I wanted to do. So let's again, I only have one monitor, so I can't see the screen when, all that good stuff. As my opponent is still loading in. He's going to lead off with Ruby, the Rose Raid. Okay, so that's a bad lead for us. That is not good at all. I have to hard switch out here. And that's what I'm going to do. I want to go hard Charizard, but that's a bad play. I think I'm just going to go Ferrothorn. And I'm going to get up my rocks. Because they're going to try and probably try and Spike Stack me again. And that is pretty bad against me, just like it was last time. As again, I'm not on my screen right now, so if something happens, I'm not seeing it. They still made a move yet. I hope we don't disconnect or anything. That would suck a lot. And I think I got mostly everything here. Okay, so we switch here, and we're gonna go out on the Ferrothorn. They're probably just gonna throw up spikes. I hope they don't have T's, but yeah, just spikes. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is throw out my rocks. I think I'm going to go towards the Sigilyph endgame. If not, maybe Charizard. It's the same thing as last time. I don't like spikes on my side of the field. I'd rather have rocks up if they're going to do that. And if they want to spin with Blastoise later, that's fine. You basically waste a turn. I can get a lot of momentum off of that. And the earlier Blastoise Dynamaxes, the better it is for me. As I have the lead gone. Okay. So they went for Sunny Day. So they have Sunny Day Weather Ball spikes probably here. That makes this a lot harder because now I don't really have the greatest switch into this thing. So I can't stay in here. Sunny Day Weather Ball spikes Giga Drain probably. So I think I want to do is go hard Charizard. Yeah, I'm going to go hard Charizard because I did want to use it early, and I still kind of want to use it early. I don't have Solar Power, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. As if they go for the weather, but they do, yeah, so we make the right play there. This should probably still do a chunk, to be honest. Not a crazy ton. And what I can do here, I can Dynamax if I honestly wanted to. In fact, I think I do want to Dynamax. I don't think I need to use Dynamax as a defensive ability in this game. So we're going to do it. Yeah, we're going to Wildfire. If they go into Blastoise, that's a lot of damage early. And again, getting rid of Blastoise early is really good for me. They actually went into the Auroras, and that is quite fine with me. They're going to have Snow Warning, I bet. As they takes the Rocks chip, yeah. So they won't live a second hit from me, which is really nice. I guess a Choice Scarf one would be a little bit scary. Let me see. I don't think they knock me out in one hit, though. They might honestly just... No, they won't die. Oh, with rocks up, but I think they will die. With rocks up, they honestly just might drop to this Wildfire, and if they don't, they're just bulky. I kind of hope they don't. Actually, they don't. That's really nice for me. Yes, that is pretty bulky. Airstream should just knock this out. And that's what I'm going to go for. Yeah, so we're going to do that. So Tapu Koko won't be faster than me. Nice. We're going to knock out the Auroras really early. So Arctozolt only has so many turns to work with. And this thing is gone. So this drops. And that was a pretty nice threat out of the way here. I kind of want to keep this thing around. Let me think. Is Arctozolt faster than me at +1? Let me see. If they're jolly, they're not. So best case scenario, they go into the Arctozolt, which they did, right? I can't tell it's on the field. It'd be nice if I was off my screen. Yeah, so I'm just gonna Wildfire this thing, and it should just die. I should be faster every time. They're not because they are Choice Scarf. Yeah, they're Choice Scarf. That should never outspeed me. Yeah, they are Choice Scarf. Okay, it kind of sucks to lose that, but honestly, not the biggest deal in the world. Was not expecting Choice Scarf on a hail set like that. But what I can do, I think, is just go out into Crook and bulk up, or I want to make sure that was Scarf. Like, I'm almost positive. Yeah, that has to be Scarf. Okay, so they're locked in the Bolt Beak, and Crook is always the play here. The fact that they do have the what's it called around, the Blastoise that isn't G-Max around is a little bit annoying. Info I want to see. They have 2 turns left. I really want to bulk up, but if they go Blastoise, it's not great. You know, I'm still going to bulk up anyway. Yeah, they withdraw. Is it probably going on the Buzzwole? Yeah, that's Buzzwole. They're gonna take rocks. And let me see here. They take hail, I take hail. They take wildfire chip. And what I'm gonna do is aerial ace. So they're just leftovers. Okay. Do I need Crook's health? It'd be really nice for Coco, but I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need its health, so I'm just gonna aerial ace. This should do a lot. If it's gonna be close to knocking out. I don't think it's going to, but it's gonna be close. If it knocks out, that's best case scenario for me. Again, I don't think it's going to. And I'm gonna take a big hit for it. I might even die, but seeing that this thing's leftovers, I'm thinking it's a little bit more defensive. Losing Charizard kind of sucks, but yeah. Again, not too worried at the moment about it yet. This Charizard's gone, so I can get rid of all those notes about Charizard here. So they actually withdraw. They're probably gonna go on the Blastoise here. Yeah, they do. So that was a smart play. They're gonna take the rocks. They're gonna take this +1 aerial ace, which is pretty nice. I might be able to calculate that. That does a decent chunk. Because I take hail, and they're gonna take hail. So wait, they were actually Icy Rock, right? Yeah. So what I do here is just go into the Rotom. If they pull a double into the what's the Pokemon called? The Roserade, good play. But I'm not gonna risk my Crook yet. It's still decent. Not the most amazing, but it can do things in this game. Hopefully they just Dynamax as they do. That is amazing for me. So we'll see what my opponent wants to do here. We're in a good spot, but nowhere near, like, you know, this game is far from over. This thing can still be a big threat to my team. But the fact that it is at already half health is nice. As they're going to Cannonade. Okay, that's fine. This shouldn't do a crazy ton. The fact that I'm more bulky this week than last week, it makes it better. As yeah, that just, like, does nothing really. As I get, well, I don't get my lefties because hail's still up, but you know. I don't want to Volt Switch because I don't want to have to switch into something. So I think I just burn this thing. I'm still faster, so... Am I faster than this? Yeah, I am. So I Will-O-Wisp. If they switch out on the Roserade, they get momentum, though I get their G-Max, so like that's kind of a good trade for me, if you ask me, to be honest. And so yeah, they stay in. I'm gonna burn it, which is nice. Yeah, so they'll take some more chip now. They're gonna just Cannonade again. Again, not gonna do that much. I'm okay with this. No Lando means I don't need Rotom to really do a crazy amount of defensive work in this game. It's mainly just here for this. So, what I do here, I think I Pain Split. I think I Pain Split. I think I'm lower health than them in regards to HP. And then afterwards, I Volt Switch. Yeah, so I'll Pain Split here. And then I'll Volt Switch the following turn. If I lose health, that'll kind of suck. I should have just pumped. As we actually lost health there. Oops, okay. A little bit of a mistake on my part. They're actually going to Max Strike. That's a smart play. They do have Spin on this. That's what that tells me. That's actually a crit, okay. Annoying, but not the end of the world. And now I can just Volt Switch out of here. So we do stall out the Blastoise very successfully. I'm trying to think what I want to do after this. After I Volt Switch, of course. This might not even knock out, but it's fine. I hope he's faster. As he is. He spins. Okay, so same kind of scenario as our last game. As I will, you know, get on out of here. As we actually just don't knock it out. I think, okay, it's Barry again. So he is going to live another day here. Let me think, what can I do here? I could go on a Sigalith. I think I am going to do that. Is that the right play? I feel like it is. Is this the time to pull the trigger on the stored power set? Looking at his team, I think it is. So yeah, we're going to do it. Oh, okay, so wait, do I still take damage from that? I don't, okay. Let me see how much an Ice Beam is doing from this thing. You know, actually, it's fine. I'm just gonna Cosmic Power. As they're gonna Ice Beam. As long as this does like around half. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And Weakness Policy, so it does proc. And this is where I can Cosmic Power up. Them being faster is a little bit annoying. I'm not gonna, lie about it. But it's okay. So I'm at +1, +1, +2, +2. Okay. I'm definitely roosting here. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, they just got a Ice Beam. I am risking a freeze, which I know is gonna happen at some point. But you know, maybe we'll get lucky because he is getting whittled down by the burn. As yeah, we are gaining more than he is doing to us. And I think I'll roost one more time, and then I Cosmic Power again. Yeah, that's the play. Again, toying with the you know what, and I feel like it's gonna happen, but it is gonna be on me this time because I'm like kind of asking for it. But I am in a really good position to sort of claim a kill here if things go right. Hopefully he switches eventually so I can be up to full health. As yeah, hopefully he switches. I don't think he's going to, but that'd be really nice. Yeah, hopefully I can just get this thing to die to burn. That's a lot of turns from now, but hopefully. No Incineroar and Ankle Slash makes this really nice for me. As he does switch out. Let's go. Okay, so that's really good for us. He goes into this. Okay. I just remembered that he has Choice Scarf, so that is actually really bad. Since he has Choice Scarf, I might just die to this. Let me see. He's always faster. Has to be Jolly, I think. I think he kills me. So, can I set this up on anything else? Or honestly, Crook can kind of win if he locks into Bolt Beak. Huh. I might just do that. I think I like that a little bit more. I can set up on certain things, but honestly, let's go for Stored Power. If I die into Bolt Beak, that's like best case scenario, because then I can. Oh, I'm just faster, so I might just knock it out. In fact, I'm gonna knock it out. I didn't think I was gonna be faster. So that is amazing for us. I guess I should have Cosmic Powered if I knew, but it's not the end of the world. And we're in a really good spot here, like an amazing spot. I feel like he has to go into Coco, as he's going to do. I'm pretty sure I just knocked this thing out with Stored Power. And I don't think he can knock me out in one hit. I do knock it out. So we are just going to Stored Power here. He is faster, and he'll do a lot of damage with a move here. I'm really shocked I was faster than that, to be honest. I'm really shocked. We'll see what JB's got up his sleeve. This move's going to do a lot to me, though. It's going to hurt. As they're going to Thunderbolt. I do have the Spit F boost. And we barely live, which is really nice. And this should just drop to the stored power here. So yeah, that's gonna drop. That is great. That is actually phenomenal. We beat Blastoise. We beat Buzzwole. He has to go Roserade and maybe be faster. I don't have speed for Roserade. I mean, I do if he's speed creeping Rotom Wash. If he's absolute max speed, he does outspeed. But if he's speed creeping Rotom Wash, then I will be outspeeding him. So that's still a lot. Like, he has to be like absolute max if I am slower than this thing. I just stored power, as I'm faster, and that should be the game, to be honest. As this is gonna drop, and that should be it. So I'm actually really shocked. That's how I think this is just gonna end right here. I didn't think Sigilyph was just gonna straight up do it right there. I really thought at some point Sigilyph was just gonna drop. I'm faster than this thing every time. You already showed leftovers. I just click stored power, and yeah, I cannot describe to you guys how nervous I was for this game. Like, I just felt the matchup was good. I won't front it. I thought our matchup was good, but JB is a great battler. I know he knows how to use this team pretty well, and he's got some threats on there, and I know he can pull it out. I know he can do it. So like, that's what made me so nervous, and I wasn't really confident in the Sig set, to be completely honest, but obviously you see it's working here on screen. And this is the last Pokemon, and we're just going to click stored power. And ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else, we are moving on to the semifinals. So GG to JB. Everyone, make sure to go check out his channel in the description below. He's a homie. He's in the Yeet Squad. He's been in there for a long time. I just joined back in like October or November or whatever, just because I wanted to be in call, and everybody in there is super, super nice. So yeah, please go make sure to go check out his content. I'm really looking forward to seeing his side of the battle. I really enjoyed his side of the battle last week's battle. If you didn't see that, this is actually a rematch. I'm sure I mentioned that in a team builder and all. But, you know, I could keep rambling on, but I'm not sure who we face next week. It's just going to depend on who wins in the playoffs. But I hope you guys make sure to go check out all the playoff games. That's going to be really exciting. This season's been amazing. JB's done a really good job running it, and I can just hype this guy up as much as I can. I can keep doing it more because I can think of so many things. But I'll stop there. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And I haven't been saying it too much, but if you're enjoying the draft content, I would be very happy if you subscribed. But that's going to be it for the video, and I'll see you next week.